Alright, so what we have here is going to be the abdominal cavity anatomy right here. So that's the abdominal cavity is anything below this line right here, which is the diaphragm. Okay, so that we're dealing with this bottom portion right here. So going down the list, the first part of the anatomy is going to be right behind this large thing right here. You see this huge kidney shape. That's the stomach right there. The greater omentum are going to be large flaps on either side of it. So this is the greater omentum on the right side of the cat, and then the lesser omentum is in between the stomach and the spleen right here. Next thing we're going to deal with is the small intestine. So
is that the spleen?
Yeah, so this is the spleen right here. So the lesser omentum is in between the stomach and the spleen right here. So then the next thing we're going to deal with is going to be the small intestine. So it's divided into 3 parts. You really only need to know what the first part is and then know the passage of food through the others. So right out of the stomach begins the small intestine. So this is the first part of it. That's the duodenum. And then the middle part of it is going to be the jejunum, and then finally the bottom portion is going to be the ileum. The liver is this large organ right here. There are multiple lobes, so these lobes are also a part of the liver as well. The gallbladder is this like small little green thing right here. That's where you supply the bile to break down fats. So the spleen, again, one more time, is over here.
The pancreas.
And then the large intestine is going to be sort of divided into sort of these junctures, and it's behind all the small intestine. So you see that the large intestine, the diameter is a lot larger, and you see that it sort of divides into like these sort of fissures where you sort of have like kinks like that. So the first part of the kink right here, this upper portion, is the cecum, and then we have the 3 parts of the colon next, which are, this one is the ascending one. Transverse colon means that it's going from side to side, so this is the transverse colon right here. And then finally the descending colon is right here, and that leads right down into the rectum, which is down there. The mesentery is going to be the layer that anchors the small intestine and the spleen to the back. So the greater omentum is on the anterior side or the front, and then the mesentery is on the back. And then finally the pancreas. It's this small little organ right there. And that is the abdominal cavity anatomy.